topic is time and space complexity, right? So the main reason behind learning the DSA patterns is to understand that how much time complexity is happening in your problem statement based on your input size. Okay, the main reason why all the product companies want the DSA patterns, because they want us to learn that what is the time complexity and how DSA patterns are helping them to achieve the best time complexity for that particular pattern and for that particular problem statement. Okay, now let's discuss what is time complexity. So time complexity is nothing but the time which is taken by your algorithm. Algorithm is nothing but the code that you have written based on your input size. Okay, and so let's say we have array of 10 elements and I have to have the sum of all the 10 elements. So obviously I have to have 10 steps to get each element from an array and then have a sum. So it will 10 steps to get an element plus the sum also happening one more element. Similarly, if I will have 1000 elements, then it will be again 1000 elements, 1000 steps to get an element and then sum. So this is the time complexity. So in this time complexity, what is the best way to have large input but less growth of your time complexity? How can I have large input but less time to achieve the result is the best time complexity that we can have. So like that, we have different time complexities in our DSA patterns. Okay, so the most common, so let's discuss about different time complexities. First time complexity is O of 1. O of 1 means that no matter what is the input size, it just takes one step to achieve the result. Okay, it means let's say your hash map has having 10 million key and value pairs and you want to get an element, get a value using the key ABC. Then we know that, right? This is like you just have to go that key to get that key, get the index of that key, go to that bucket and get the value. So no matter what is the input size, my step will always be a one step. Like it will always be a O of 1. Similarly, let's say I have the second time complexity and very famous is O of n. So O of n is O of 1 is a very good time complexity, obviously, because but it's not like that we have to achieve O of 1 only or O of n only. It also like in that particular DSA pattern, what is like the max good time complexity that we can achieve. Okay, based on the worst case scenario of that input, right? So let's say I have an array where I have 3 elements, 1 2 3 4, and I have to get a fourth element. I have to search where the fourth element is, where the element 4 present, right? So if the 4 element is at 0 index, then it's only first step. But if the fourth element is at the last index, then obviously there are 4 steps, right? So considering the worst case that can happen for an input size or for your result, right? For that we have to get the time complexity. Okay, so let's come to O of n time complexity. O of n time complexity is like whatever is the input size, the steps in the time complexity in your code, the steps in your algorithm will also be same as your input size. So if I have to print all the elements in an array, so it will be same operations as the number of elements in an array. Okay, this is the O of n. Now coming to O of n square. So let's talk about O of n square. So O of n square says that whatever is the input size, your number of steps in your code will be doubled of that. It means, let's say I have an array 1, 2 and 3 and I want to print every element with itself and a pair of for every element with the other elements. Okay, so it means my pairs will be 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, similarly for 2, similarly for 3. So it will be 9. So it will be 3 raised to power square is equal to 9. So it will be 9 steps. Okay, now coming to O of log of n. O of log of n time complexity says that whatever is your input size, okay, do the operations until your input size gets divided by 2 until equal to 1. So if your input size is 2, divide by 2 is equal to 4 by 2 is equal to 2 by 2 is equal to 1. So it means 3 steps. Whatever is your n, you will have to take that much steps in the code unless your input size is equal to, unless your input size divided by 2 becomes 1. Okay, so the best example for O of n is, the best example for O of n is I think it's binary search. Okay, in binary search, I think, I don't remember much, maybe we will learn it later, but in binary search, if we have an array, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, if we have an array and if we have to sort this array, then we keep on dividing that array. Let's say if I divide, these are 4 divided by 2 is 2, right? So index will be 2, 0, 1, 2, 3. So 0 plus 3 divided by 2 is equal to 1. So it will be 1, 2, it will be 3, 4, right? 2 arrays again will be there. Then we will compare. Again we'll divide as 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Right, so we'll keep on dividing it until the single elements will be there from an array. So we'll keep on dividing that array. So it is like O of log of n. Okay, so these are 4 elements, so obviously it will be 2 steps. So this is 1 step, this is 2 steps. The last time complexity, like these are those time complexities which are very important for the DSA patterns. So the last one is O n of log n, means that right now this log n has happened for whole 4 elements, right? But n log n says that for every element you are taking log n steps. Okay, so let's say the size of an array is 4, but for every element in an array I am taking 2 steps. Okay, so if I am taking like this 2 steps and the element is 4, so I am totally taking 8 steps. So this is mostly happen in merge sort, which we will discuss it later. In merge sort, what we do is that we first, so actually merge sort is like O of n log n plus log n, but we don't consider the constant here, right, in time complexities, because we consider the big terms. So in merge sort, first we divide all the array elements and then we again merge them. So when we merge all the elements, then for merging each element we take log n steps. That is why it is n log n. Okay, so there are other time complexities also, O of 2n or O of n factorial, that is there, but I'm not sure about that, how relevant is that for the preparation. But I think as we will discuss the problem, we will go through this other time complexities also. But for now, whatever I have mentioned, we should remember that, and if you have any questions on that, let me know in the comments, and please share, subscribe my channel for the more videos on the DSA patterns and the whole Amazon prep series. So we have understood about time complexity, right? Like higher input size, find the best time complexity considering the worst case of our problem statement. Right, now coming to space complexity. So space complexity is very easy. It's like very easy concept where you are saying that whatever is the input size, based on that how much memory your code is taking to calculate the result. Okay, so let's say somebody says that I have to store 10 elements in an array. Obviously I'll take 10 blocks of memory, right? So that is non-negotiable. I have to store them in array and it's a non-negotiable for me. Okay, and so whatever all the memory that you are hogging in your code while getting the result, like all the temporary data that you are adding, if some temp variable that you are adding, so that memory, that whole memory is like using your space to calculate the result is the space complexity. So space complexity is also same. How much time you're taking. You're storing n records, you're storing O of 1 record, or you're storing O of n square records, right? So how much memory that you are taking is like the space complexity here. Okay, so I think this is a small concept about space complexity. We'll not go deep into that. As soon as we solve different problem statements, we'll get to know more about space and time complexity. Right now we just have to understand the concept that based on the input size, how much memory my code is taking to come to the end result. So see, the purpose of my videos are that to understand the concept and to teach you the concept in a very layman language, because the internet is full of all the different difficult explanations, so which is not not easy to be understood by everyone. So I'm trying to make it easier.